before you even ask, this is why we're here. So we just did a review on the P365, the 6-hour P365 fuse, which I said can have the potential in replacing or being added to my carry rotation, right? All right. So what was I carrying before? I was carrying the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield X chambered in 9mm. I had some failures, and that is why I went ahead and allowed y'all to influence me in getting the fuse. Okay. So, somebody's going to ask me, well, yo, can you do a comparison between the two? Because I heard you say that they do feel familiar in the hand, and they do. I held it and I felt like, this could potentially be something that I am going to enjoy. All right, so let's do a quick clear check. Pistol is clear. This is the fuse, and this is the Shield X. All right, so let's come around this way. All right, so this is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield X chambered in 9mm, and this is the 6-hour P365 fuse chambered in 9mm. When I was telling you, holding them in the hand, they felt very familiar. So looking at both of them side by side, they do share that very slim profile in the two, which caused me or made the Shield X so attractive to me when I was actually holding the firearm. Now, looking at them, there is minor differences between the two as far as the slide length and the height. We're going to get into that in just a minute. I'm going to give you pretty specific specifications or exact specifications with these two firearms. Now, first sight, we're just going to run through the obvious. We do have both, well, the SIG fuse, which is on my right, possibly your left, has a fiber optic front sight. The Shield X has a fluorescent green dot. Both of them are optic ready. The plus for the Shield X, which is this pistol right here, it does have elevated rear sights, so you're able to actually co-witness your red dot with your iron sights in case your red dot goes out. You see how elevated that is? And you can actually see the raceway in that Vortex Defender. Now that is Vortex Defender. That is something that they did. Not saying that that's what came with this firearm. It did not come. I added that. Now, if you look at the fuse, which is this pistol right here, it has the Romeo RS on it. It does have slightly elevated rear sight, but it really does not have that raceway to kind of give you that guaranteed co-witnessing situation, which is fine. We do have both of them share a beaver tail, not too pronounced, but it is what it is. Now my Shield X does have external safety, as you can see here. Now that is an option that you can get with this firearm. You don't, all of them do not come that way, and my fuse does not have any external safeties. Now we do share pick space on both of them underneath, as you can see here. So my Shield X has a 2-slot pick space, and my fuse has a 3-slot. So that would allow me to run a larger light on my fuse if I choose to. Lights are not something that I am into, so I really don't, because it makes it quite difficult to actually find holsters for it. Looking at the trigger, if you look at the trigger on the M&P Shield X, it does have a quite nice flat face trigger with a safety on there. So if you can see, it does have a bladed safety on that. And my fuse just has a standard flat trigger on this one here. We do have a 1-finger indentation on my fuse with a very nice aggression and a very small flared magwell on the fuse, and the Shield X does not have that magwell, but it does share that nice aggression in the grip. Now the slides, we do have, both of them share aggressive serrations in the slide, but the fuse has some super pronounced serrations in the slide. You know, I guess if you need it, you need it. And the Shield X has pronounced, but not as exaggerated as the fuse. All right, so visually I have covered everything on these two visually. Now, your Shield X, which is this one here, does come with a 13 round magazine as well as 15 round magazines. This does have a barrel length of 3.6 inches, overall length 6.87 inches, height, which is this way, is 4.9 inches, and width, that slim profile that I talk about, is 0.9 inches. So it's really less than an inch. Unloaded weight on the Shield X is 20.8 ounces. It is optic ready. We're running the Vortex CCW on here. And yeah. So that is all of the specific specifications on the Shield X. Now going in with the fuse. Now I had to get this on my phone because my brain ain't ain't tough like that. All right, so both of them are chambered in 9mm. Now your fuse does come with one 17-round magazine as well as two 21-round magazines. Barrel length is 4.3 inches, so it gives you a longer barrel length. Overall length is 7.2 inches. Height is 5.7 inches. Width is 1.1. She's a little bit thicker in diameter, meaning this way, than the Shield X, which is okay. And unloaded magazine weight is 24.8 ounces, and she is optic ready, and we do have a fiber optic front sight. So those are the specifications on the two. Now, again, it feels good. Now, this Shield X would have definitely felt really, really good if it would have had that flare or that small flared magwell on there as the fuse does. So this is the fuse. As you can see, it has a small flared magwell. This one doesn't. This one has an extension on the magazine, which would give me those 15 rounds that we were talking about. And that is how she looks. So we do have a little bit of an extension. So if you do have any or are experiencing any pinky hang off, that magazine will definitely make that okay for you. Now, your SIG fuse comes with 17 round magazine and two 21 round magazines. Now it is a flush magazine is what we're running today, but that flared magwell gives you that if you experience any hang off, that is where your pinky would ride. So that is how that goes. All right, so we are in a safe and controlled environment. We are at the gun range, Immokalee Range and Gun Club to be exact, and this video is for educational purposes only. All right, we know where we are, we know what we're doing. The only thing left now to do is what? Suit them up so we can send them downrange. I don't have a poundage on the Smith's trigger, but the trigger on the fuse is 5.2 pounds. All right, we're shooting MagTac 115 grain, and we're gonna go in with the Shield X first. All right. I was so disappointed because I really, really like this pistol. So I was quite disappointed. That is how she looks. And now she's going to do what she's supposed to do. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. Yeah, I can almost guarantee you we ain't going to have no issues out of her. Because she already know that neck. Chop. All right. SIG P365 fuse. That slide locked back. It's not that it didn't go back into battery. The slide locked back. My hand is nowhere near that slide release. Y'all playing with my emotions. Y'all really playing with my emotions now. Very much so. I don't know. It could have been me. See where my hand is? It could have been. It could have been. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. out here and do? Is this what we doing? Okay, so let's go to the breaking in period. My Shield X has probably over 2,000 rounds. I have, everywhere I go, I take her. When I come to the range, I take her, I shoot her, whatever it is that I'm doing, I find time to run my EDC options as much as I can. The fuse at this point probably has a little bit more than 200 rounds through her with that magazine that we just did. So is it safe to say, okay, we're kind of in that break-in stage? So we are going to keep that part of it in mind. We're going to continue to watch her and see the performance that she gives. But my Shield X did not do that in the beginning. In the beginning of it all, she ran hard and she ran strong. So that was something that was very important to me. All right, I can't drop my slide with my thumb on my Shield X, but that's not a big deal. Going in with that Shield X, Smith & Wesson M&P, military and police. Those ejections, pistol is clear, magazine is empty, are kind of wild too, ain't it? Watch her give me no problems. You watch her give me zero, zilch, nada problems. SIG, P365 fuse. Actually, feeling this, now that we're doing this, it feels like the grip on the fuse is slimmer. When I say slimmer, in diameter of that. The Shield X feels like it's ovaled. This one feels like it's more rounder, so it kind of sits in the hand just a little bit more comfortable. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. So I am enjoying this fuse as far as the way that it sits in the hand a little bit more. All right, so yeah. So if you look at the fuse has more of a neck to her. You see that right there? See this section right here? It's kind of a little bit more rounded. See that? And then my Shield X, she's more ovaled. See that? So in the hand, she does feel, the fuse does feel nicer in the hand. Both of them are SOB to fill the magazine to capacity, but that's all right. We just shot, that was the fuse. Now we're going to go back in with the Shield X. Let me see if I can handle this with one hand. No. No. It's the window. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. I couldn't even get 15 in here. I would have needed you to do that for me. All right, going in with the fuse. Both of the windows seem like they're probably the same. I'm going to take a couple shots with this too. Oh, but look at that. I can drop the slide with my thumb. She killed it. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. Nice. All right. My level of excitement is growing for the fuse. Oh, look, I got my holster here. So this holster is for my Shield X. See that? It's just a Houston holster Kydex. It ain't nothing fancy. But will this fit? She fits. She fits, but we have some spillage on the front. I don't like that. So I got to definitely find something to replace that. Let's get reloaded. You ain't see that good with that one hand? Okay. Let's go back in with the Shield X. You say this pistol ugly? The Shield X? No, it ain't. Pistol is here, Mike. I told you that we were not going to experience any failures. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. All right, we're going to go in with the fuse. It's like when you feel terrible, you feel really, really bad. You finally get that doctor's appointment. You get in front of the doctor to tell them how it is that you feel, and you don't remember nothing because you don't even feel sick no more. So you said this looks better? Psych. Psych. Let me pay attention to where my thumb sits. Feels like this actually shoots better too. It doesn't feel as snappy in my hand, but I can tell you the aggressions are equal. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. My hands are sore, sore, sore. Very sore. Very, very sore. So thus far, we have one failure out of my fuse and 0 failures out of the Shield X. Let's go back in with the Shield X. Oh, Lordy. Pistol is clear, magazine is empty. Great job. You want to embarrass me against a Glock. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was my video that I said that women make better decisions in carry options. So it completely embarrassed me against a Glock 26. And then going to come out here and want to outperform a SIG fuse. All right, so as soft as that slide release is, I am thinking that my hand, meaning the meat of my hand, probably caused that slide release to engage while I was shooting. That made the slide stayed in a locked back position after that shot. It was not limp wristed because the pistol was not, it was completely out of battery. It wasn't that it was just, kind of peaked out or whatever. It was locked back completely. So this is my pistol is clear magazine. This is my second time shooting this pistol. So of course, which I've shot many 365s, but they're all different in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But my hand placement, that's why you have to practice. You have to practice. Oh, that shell was in my hair. You have to practice and know exactly how to use your tool when you are using your tool, especially if it's something new that you're introducing to yourself, that you're going to protect your life with. So absolutely, you have to take that extra time out to see if you as the shooter may cause a malfunction with that pistol. And I wholeheartedly feel like I caused that malfunction with that slide lock, with the way my support hand was positioned against that slide. But we're going to continue to run it. We're going to continue to run it and see. She's still got a whole lot of rounds to go through her before I say 100% that she will be in that rotation. Now, this child right here, which is my Shield X, came out here and she ran flawlessly. She did what she was supposed to do. But Yoke, it's a machine. You have to expect, and it could. Yeah, I understand that. But when you embarrass me against a Glock, that's something different. Now it's personal. It's personal. You finna go sit your ass down and take a rest. So as of right now, she's still standing in that timeout mode. So my Shield X will be taking a break. She will be going back into the safe for some time. Until then, I am going to choose something that I know is reliable in my rotation until I can get my fuse to the point to where I feel 100% comfortable. So at this point right now where it stands, I feel like she has earned her spot in the potential in being in my rotation, and I like her. I do. In the beginning, my initial review, I didn't seem really excited because I couldn't get over the fact of how ugly she was. But as I continue to look and as I shoot, the shoot of her is kind of making it okay to be ugly. So that's just that. That's just how that's going to go with this fuse. So with that being said, Yoke Gang, what did you think? What did you see? How did you feel? I do want somebody to say what looked flatter as far as the shoots went. I do feel like the fuse did shoot a lot flatter than the Shield X. I did get a lot of bucking or a lot of recoil from that. And that's how I felt, but I want to know what you saw. So let me know. Drop that in the comments. Listen, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel just by watching this video. Y'all know I love it when things work, but I love y'all for life. Muchos besitos.